Jerry, did they fix it? Did they? Oh, you're good. So quiet in here. So quiet.
You didn't recognize me by my hair, my head down?
All right. 2 minutes, 1 minute. Countdown down. Oh, no. Live mic. I'm gonna hit some. Okay. Something old, something new, something borrowed, something new.
I'm gonna vote on it.
Mini fridge? What's happening? Let me make sure my phone's off.
Which has all the stickers and stuff on it.
All right, the time being 6:30 PM, I'd like to call this meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Mayor Pro Tem Smith.
I would like to apologize to everybody who had to sit through an entire meeting without me 2 weeks ago. I am here tonight, so.
Councilmember Gilbert.
Here.
Councilmember Patassi.
Here.
Councilmember Kettering.
Here.
And Mayor Barrios.
Here, please note, all 5 of us are present. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for the invocation by Nate Prather of House of Grace. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Hi, Nathan. How you
Evening,
doing?
City Council and City Leadership. Thank you for the opportunity. We're going to go to the Lord in prayer if you will bow with me. Heavenly Father, we thank you tonight for the blessing of living in this wonderful community. We come before you tonight humbly and with gratitude for the opportunity to serve this community. Today, we lift up our council members and city officials, those who lead, advise, and carry the responsibility of shaping the future of our city. We pray, Lord, that you grant them wisdom beyond their own understanding, discernment in each decision, and clarity in every discussion. Also, Lord, may you lead them with integrity and humility and a heart to serve the people with fairness and compassion. We ask, Lord, for your presence to guide this meeting. Let there be unity in purpose, respect in conversation, and a shared commitment to the good of all. Where there are differences, Lord, we pray that they may handle them with grace. Where there are challenges, may creative and just resolution arise. Bless this city, we pray, Lord, its families, workers, leadership, and every resident. May the work done today plant seeds of peace, progress, and prosperity for generations to come. We ask all this in your lovely and precious name. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you. All right, so tonight we're going to have a proclamation declaring Tuesday, August 5th is National Night Out. So ladies, would you please step up to the mic and tell us a little bit about National Night Out and what we've done as a city, as a community the past few years.
Good evening, Mayor and council members. Thank you for the proclamation recognizing National Night Out and for your continued support in strengthening the connection between neighbors, public safety, and our community. National Night Out is a nationwide event that promotes police-community partnerships and neighborhood unity. This year, it takes place Tuesday, August 5th, with our kickoff at Birchwood Park at 6 p.m., along with 8 other gatherings across Oakdale. Each site will offer fun, food, and a chance to connect with the police department and each other. We appreciate your support in helping us build a safer, more connected Oakdale.
All right, thank you. And we've been number one the last, 3 years for a city our size? 3 to 5 years?
5 years.
I think we're going on 5 years.
5 years? It's pretty impressive. So thank you, and thank you, ladies, for all you do. So now I'm going to go ahead and read the proclamation, and then we'll get a picture, and thank you, gals. So National Night Out is an annual community building campaign that promotes police-community partnerships and neighborhood camaraderie to make our neighborhoods safe, more caring places to live. National Night Out enhances the relationship between neighbors and law enforcement while bringing back a true sense of community. Furthermore, it provides a great opportunity to bring police and neighbors together under positive circumstances. Millions of neighbors take part in National Night Out across thousands of communities from all 50 states, U.S. territories, military bases worldwide on the first Tuesday in August, and neighborhoods host block parties, cookouts, and various other community events with safety demonstration, youth events, visits from emergency personnel, exhibits, and much, much more. The annual National Night Out provides a unique opportunity for the City of Oakdale to join forces with thousands of other communities across the country in promoting cooperative police community crime prevention efforts. The Oakdale community plays a vital role in assisting the Oakdale Police Department through joint crime, drug, and violence prevention efforts in Oakdale and is supporting National Night Out 2025 locally. It is essential that all citizens of Oakdale be aware of the importance of crime prevention programs and the impact that their participation can have on reducing crime, drugs, and violence in Oakdale, and that police-community partnerships, neighborhood safety, awareness, and cooperation are important themes of the National Night Out program. I, Sherilyn Barrios, Mayor of the best city ever, do hereby proclaim Tuesday, August 5th as National Night Out in the city of Oakdale, and hereby call upon all citizens of Oakdale to join in the celebrations supporting the annual National Night Out on August 5th, 2025. Thank you very much, ladies, for all you do, and to the police department, thank you, Chief. And looking forward to having a big event this year and getting number one, right?
If we could get the block captains to come up for the picture also.
What is that?
The block captains are here.
Oh, sure. Absolutely. All right. Hey. How you doing? You're gonna take it? All right. Ready? Oh, boy, oh, my shirt. Hey. You're taller. Are you ready?
Just keep smiling, I'm gonna take a couple.
You got the camera. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, before we move on, special thanks to all those block captains out there, because that's what it's all about.
Yes, thank you very much. All right, next. Hello, Sean. How you doing? Great to see you. So will the Sportsman's Club please come on up to the mic? Tonight we're honoring the Oakdale Sportsman's Club on their 85th anniversary of serving our community. So I think I'll let you guys introduce yourselves and then give a little spiel about who you are and what you do.
Okay. Thank you, everybody, for having us. My name is Rick Servando. I am the current president of the Oakdale Sportsman's Club. I've been a member for going on 8 years, 10 years now. I enjoy the Sportsman's Club as is. I enjoy the camaraderie with my fellow shooters and fellow sportsmen. This gentleman next to me is my vice president, and I believe in December you will be taking over.
I'll be taking
All right.
over.
And this is Kevin Allison.
So I'm Kevin Allison. Thank you for having us all. It's a great honor here to be in front of all of you. and it's a great honor to become the president of the Oakdale Sportsman Club and keeping our tradition going.
I
Thank
love
you.
it. Thank you. All right, next, Doug.
Doug Jager. I'm the proprietor of Shooters Warehouse and Supply, one of our local firearms dealers here in Oakdale. Been here for 14 years and happy to be here tonight.
Thank you. Next up.
I'm Morgan Roberts. I'm past president, and I've been a member since, hell, I was 18. I'm 32 now, and it's been nothing but fun. And I think I cherish the most is that this gun club is completely supported by the city itself. Like, you
Yeah.
guys endorse what we do and the heritage that we have, and that's very important.
We sure do. Thank you. All right, next.
Thank you for having us. My name is Jim Grassmith. I'm a past president. I was president in 18, 19, 20, and 21.
Wow.
4 years worth of president. Been with the club since 94. Very active in the pistol shooting and just about anything else that needs to be done at the club. But thank you very much for honoring us today.
Yeah, thank you for being here.
DL Bennett, I'm on the board, and we're just enjoy all the people that come out in Oakdale and use our facility, and trap and pistol and rifle and fast draw, and it's great to see the Oakdale residents out there participating.
Thank you.
Final, not least, my name is Julio Rosa. Some of you know me. I'm honorably retired from Oakdale for many years in law enforcement, chief. And some of you I know. I am currently a sergeant at arms, and I'm a member of the board. I've been a member for too many years to count. As I get older, I forget how long. I want to thank you for honoring us. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm-
Hey,
I'm,
hey, watch it with the shortest one over there.
Yeah. He's tallest with the hat tonight, so. Well, I'm Sean Morgan. I know most all of you. I'm the previous secretary, and I admire her position because I did what she does for 10 years. And I was so happy to finally step down because it's a long, tedious process, but I loved what I did with these gentlemen. Over the years, I became the inadvertent historian as I dug into paperwork to do property line work with all of you for the last 3 years. And in that prospect, not only did the club first start in August with the state of California as a registered, domestic non-registered, August 1940, same time purchased the property right by Kerr Park, August of 1940, and the Oakdale Sportsman's Club Constitution, right in the first paragraph, it's to promote sportsmanship and wildlife in the entire state of California. We don't just serve Oakdale, we serve Stanislaus County, we serve shooters from all over the state when they come in. Cowboy Fast Draw, for example, draws in shooters from a variety of states as far away as from Florida. So we do have shooters that come in from out as well, but it's not just about the shooting. In the history I dug up on the Oakdale Sportsman's Club, I was fascinated to find that in the 1970s, I think from 1970 to 72, Oakdale High School did not have funding for most of their athletic department. And the Oakdale Sportsman's Club set up the Oakdale Athletic Sports section, a specific section just for the high school, and they help raise money for uniforms for basketball, for baseball, for football, even for cheerleading. And at the time, they had a trap shooting section or a trap shooting club in all the high schools that shot competitively with Sonora, and there was the big rivals, obviously. But it fascinated me that they did that, along with all of the charities that they've worked with. Aside from that, they've worked with the Boy Scouts of America for years, Hunter's Safety for adults, for youth, brought in Ducks Unlimited that promotes, obviously our wildlife so that we can have wildlife and not just blow it all out of the water and everything's gone. The promotion of that, all the fish, the salmon habitat, all of that we worked with previous to that. Guardian House here in Oakdale, I think it was 2016, our club raised $5,000 for the Guardian House for their books and other needs there, and they were kind enough to give us a lot of recognition for that. Along with that, we've done $2,500 to miscellaneous charities throughout the years, over the years, things I didn't know about. Because when I think of the Oakdale Sportsman's Club before I joined and before I got digging deep into their history, I assumed it was all just about the shooting, and I found out it was a whole lot more. Even to this day, for example, in Modesto at Grace Lutheran Church, they now have a infant daycare center. Apparently there's a very big shortage of those in Stanislaus County. They donated money and helped get that up and running. And that's actually just opening this week. In fact, today was our opening day.
So there's a lot of funding and things that the club does that have nothing to do with shooting, but supporting our county, our community, Oakdale, and so on. And so I was pretty impressed with that on the stuff that had happened before, even before I was born in 1967. And so for me, that's very impressive. But again, it's not just about the shooting, it's about the community and giving the community something else to reach out for, because you think about gun clubs, you're not going to open a new gun club in the state of California. There's too many regulations, politically incorrect. We intend to stay here as long as we can, legally and safely, and with the support of our community, with the support of our city council, all of that. We hope to be here for a long time serving our community. So with that all being said, all the things you've done with us in the last 3 years, we really and truly appreciate it and look forward to continuing to work with you guys. So thank you very much in return.
Yes, and thank you. Yes.
Can I say a couple of things, Sean, especially to you? My son is up and grown and moved out now, but he was in the Boy Scouts, and we went out there a couple of times with the whole pack. And I have to say, some of those kids had never carried a weapon in their life, and you guys made it safe, comfortable, and secure for every one of those scouts in the troop. The
Awesome.
several times that we were there, we appreciate that. I'm separated now from the
Sure.
scouts, but I will remember that, how professional you guys are.
Appreciate that. Yeah, it's the youth are extremely important. Our future is very important, and obviously, gun safety, regardless of age, is critical. It's not just important; it's critical.
Yep.
Guns are dangerous if they're handled improperly. There's no way around it. They've got to be handled safely, whether you're doing hunting, recreation, home protection, irrelevant. Our police captain can tell you all about it. It's a very big deal. So. We're happy to do that.
Absolutely. The second point I'd like to bring up is, I don't know if you remember, but a few years ago, there was a salmon restoration project.
Oh, yeah, that was a big one. That's a big deal. We're
You have
glad
to bring
that's
that
moved
up right
forward.
now.
You folks were a
Do you really
fantastic
have to
partner
bring it up?
to work with during that time.
Yeah.
You guys went out on the limb for us, we
Yeah.
went out on the limb for you, and we worked very well together. We appreciate all the help during that time.
That's a
And it
two-way
turned-
street.
It turned into just a beautiful.
It is, and we're very happy to see that. We're very, salmon restoration and habitat, you've got to have that for not only commercial use. Well, first of all, you've got to have the species continue. You can't deplete or get a species completely extinct from the planet. You've got to keep everything that we have, and those fish and habitat, that should be promoted so they can continue to grow. Not just for our recreation and not just for commercial use, so you can buy it at the grocery store and go to that nice restaurant and get that nice plate of salmon in front of you. They've got to start from ground one, and that's right there at the river, and a bunch of rivers and tributaries throughout our entire west coast, all the way up to Alaska. So to have something happen here that helps them for the future, that's what the club is also about. And I really appreciate you too, Christopher Smith, all of you, and the previous members that were here prior to that at that time. That was a big step in the right direction, so we were glad to do that as well.
I just wanted to say thank you, all you gentlemen. It's always been a pleasure to work with all of you guys.
Well, thank you to all of you for serving too, because it's a lot more than just this recognition. You know all the fires you're putting out all the time, and all those emails and calls you're dealing with all the time.
Yeah.
So thank you.
That's what we're here for, and we thank you very much and congratulate you on 85 years, and here's to another 85. You guys are a lot like the Saddle Club, pillars in our community, as you know, and a staple in our community. So congratulations, and we would like to present you this certificate.
Lots of fun memories out there. I remember taking my hunter safety out there when I was a kid, and it came full circle when my first was ready to do his, and he took some classes out there too. So
Awesome.
the memories are great out there.
We hope to make more too, by the way.
We need to get the Trap Club back at Oakdale High.
The shorter, we gotta get this guy over here. You wanna get in the middle?
Sure.
Or you wanna get?
Put you in the damn between
Yeah, monkey
us.
in the middle, there we go. Yeah, where's Sean? Where's Sean?
I'm behind you. Oh, there. Oh, he's
Can you
back
see
there.
Sean in the back?
I can get everybody in here. All right, here we go. 1, 2,
All right, thank you. So next year's president? Good, 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 all right. Thank you. Oh, you're not leaving. You're with me over here. You're with me over here. Trying to sneak out. All right, one more for the 85th anniversary of our Oakdale Sportsman's Club. All right, so now's the time reporting out a closed session. One item, we gave direction to staff. The next item is we are going to have a public meeting. On the agenda will be Monday night, 5:30 the 28th, to appoint Jerry Ramar as the city manager. So that will be an open public meeting, and Colleen, you will be putting that out? Your normal?
Yeah.
So Monday night, 5:30, the public is welcome to join us.
That's 1 week from tonight, the 28th.
All right, now's the time for public comment. Anyone wishing to provide public comment, please come up to the mic. You will have 3 minutes and state your name. Can somebody shut the... Good evening.
Good evening. Hi.
Hi.
My name's Kristen Souza. Okay. Good evening, Mayor, City Council members, and Oakdale community members. My name is Kristen Souza, and I am a member of Oakdale FES and the wife of Oakdale FES's current Vice President. Let me first begin with a thank you to the City of Oakdale for their support of Oakdale FES over the many years that we have been a part of the Oakdale community. Not only do our many dinners, events, annual festa, and hall rentals bring this community better together, but they also bring other community members, families, and organizations to this town. Oakdale FES is proud of our reputation and traditions that we share within this community. I'm speaking tonight in regards to our meeting last Monday with interim city manager Jerry Ramar and his staff. We expected this meeting to be one of collaborating together for this weekend's Bold Late and Festa Parade. Instead, it was a meeting in which Oakdale FES was criticized for having a terrible reputation and not being respectful to city staff. Actually, we were told more than once during the meeting of that. We were told that there have been many complaints about Oakdale FES over the years in regards to the parades. No answer was given when we asked why we were not made aware of this in the most recent years. Needless to say, it was new news that was surprising to us. At the end of the meeting, I asked if we would be able to meet again to actually confirm the mapping out of everything. Now we have our 20 volunteers, once we have them turned in and their placement and organization of how this would work, and we were told no, that the city would email us back with our volunteers and where they would be assigned on the streets. We were told that the parades are our responsibility many times during the meeting. If we needed anything more when we asked what if we need help or something happens, we were told to call 911. When asked the costs and fees to have more city help, Mr. Ramar responded with, "It's too late this year." We were not told what the cost was for more city help for future parades when asked. Are all organizations that seek permits dealt with this way in Oakdale? I didn't leave this meeting better planned for our parades, and it was not okay with how apprehensive I felt the meeting went. The meeting was not handled in a respectful or professional way. In the future, I do hope that Oakdale FES and the City of Oakdale will be able to communicate and work together in a more respectful manner. Thank you.
All right, anyone else for public comment? You can come up. Sure. Hello.
Hi, good afternoon,
Hi,
Madam Mayor.
how are you?
City Council. My name's Randy.
Is this going to be an item that's on the agenda?
Yes.
So you might want to wait until.
Wait?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, I wasn't sure when my turn.
Yeah, that's okay.
Right,
Sorry, I
thank you.
should have said that. Thank you. Is this an item on the agenda or no? Okay, come on up, sorry.
Good evening. My name is Ilda Medina, and I'm here tonight not only as a proud member of FES Local Portuguese Hall, which has served the community for over 80 years, but also as an individual who believes in mutual respect, professionalism, and fairness. Recently, I, along with 2 others, was invited to a meeting with several city representatives, including the interim city manager. From the moment we walked in, we were met with coldness and a sense of disrespect. Instead of being welcomed with collaboration or willingness to communicate, we were scolded for manners we had no prior knowledge of and were never informed. What was especially troubling was the tone used by the interim city manager. His demeanor was dismissive and patronizing. I want to make it very clear. I will never allow any man to speak to me or any other woman in that manner. Respect is not optional, and I say this with sincerity. If this individual has a daughter, I would hope that he would never want her to be spoken to the way that we were. During that same meeting, it was also stated that FES is considered the worst organization to deal with. That statement was shocking, especially because in recent years, nothing of that nature had ever been communicated to us. If there are any concerns or frustrations, we expect and welcome open dialogue, not disrespectful labels or generalizations. We are always willing to improve and collaborate, but we cannot address issues we were never made aware of. In the meeting, we were also presented with an MOU. It stated that fees would be accrued if city workers had to intervene due to non-compliance. When we asked for clarification and a breakdown of what those fees would be, the interim city manager could not provide an answer. At the conclusion of the meeting, he asked us to sign the MOU on the spot. I explained that I wanted to take it with us and have it reviewed to ensure we fully understood what was required. His response was, quote, "Time is of the essence." I responded by saying what anyone would say: no one should be expected to sign a contract without a proper review. FES gives so much back to this community through culture, tradition, and service. We are not asking for special treatment. We are simply asking to be treated with professionalism and mutual respect. I'm here to make this community aware of the individual who's currently representing the city you all care deeply about, and truly hope that moving forward, we can work together in a spirit of mutual respect to support and preserve the Portuguese culture that has been such a meaningful part of the Oakdale for generations.
Thank you. Anyone else? Good evening.
Tina Lucas. Good evening, Madam Mayor, City Councilman, and Oakdale community members. My name is Tina Lucas. I'm here as the secretary of the Oakdale FES. I was born here in Oakdale. My husband was raised, graduated, and even taught here in Oakdale. My mom owned a business for 45 years. My dad worked for 30 years for Hershey's before its closure. We owned our first home and lived here for over 20 years. We have deep roots in Oakdale. I find Oakdale is a community that runs deep in celebrating milestones together, and family and deep value traditions and values to its core. The Oakdale FES holds those values with respect. Our Catholic Portuguese organization has been in this town supporting Oakdale nonprofits, businesses, and Oakdale Joint Unified School District. On Monday, July 14th, we were asked to attend a meeting with interim City Mayor Colleen Anderson and Mr. Avila and another representative to discuss our festa. The meeting tone was in the very beginning was very unwelcoming. The interim city manager stated from the very beginning we were the most difficult to work with. I was in complete shock. I asked why we had not been made aware of this. Mr. Avila said, "I wrote you a letter a few years ago." I let him know, yes, that was in 2019, and we had 2 incidents which we addressed. The other issue was a complaint from one citizen who did not want us to go past his place of worship on our route. After 75 years, we changed our route so the city would not have to hear the complaints from that one citizen. Mr. Avila's response to me was, "That's the best decision you've ever made." I mentioned in the meeting that we travel up and down California in bigger cities, and they help with the street closures. Mr. Ramar is requesting 20 people to close a 0.4-mile route of half a block. Other parades in this town have mile routes with the same amount of people. I just asked that it be adjusted to fit the route. Mr. Ramar said the city would bring barricades and a few employees in case our volunteers failed. And in the MOU, it says we will be incurred fees. We asked what the fees were. We were not given a fee. I let Mr. Ramar know that we do not want the city to incur costs on our behalf, and we will be willing to pay our share of what it costs the city. Mr. Rivera was very dismissive, and I feel the city council should know what's going on in the city hall. We pay $290 to have a dinner in our own hall for a nonprofit organization. We pay our taxes, and we expect respect as we have given respect to the city. This meeting should have been handled with respect. The city is here to serve the community. Our interim city manager was not serving the community as he should. He was leading in a dictating manner instead of communicating, sharing ideas, and coming up with a plan together that we can all work out. I think our voices should be heard tonight, and if you have any political aspirations in this town, I hope you reconsider how you interact with people and treat them with respect. Thank you, Tina Lucas.
Thank you. Colleen, do we have email addresses for them from the MOU?
For Tina, yes.
You do, okay. All right, any,
I have a parade route. I just want to give colleagues so the city council can see.
you can, yeah.
There's 3 roads that we're closing for 20 people at 5 people per intersection.
Thank you. All right, anyone else for public comment? Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening, Mayor, City Council. Thank you for having us here tonight. I'd like to say thank you, and I'm representing Our Lady of Fatima from Oakdale. It's been around for 20 years. It's been a 20th year anniversary this last year. And our marshal was not able to be here. She handled most of the permitting. She handles most of the permitting stuff for the city. So she provided some notes for applying for the permits for our May Festa. April 17th, application submitted 30 days in person by Lori. Receptionist told her the deadline was 60 days. Lori has been our permit person for the past 8 years. This was new information to Lori. Lori was told we may not get the permit, but the application was accepted. April 23rd, Lori called to follow up and was informed the permit person was on vacation, but was checking emails. Lori later received a call requesting a meeting April 29th. Meeting was somewhat tense as concerns from the city were discussed. At this, we realized Our Lady of Fatima was being confused with a different group. The meeting was productive after that was cleared up. We were told Lori would receive a MOU document the next day by email, which she properly signed and returned. In the meantime, our church, St. Mary's, was requesting proof of approval of the permit. Lori made a number of follow-up calls where she felt she was getting a runaround, and no one knew who to transfer to. May 12th, Lori called the mayor, Barrios, as a last resort, only to find out that the application had been approved May 9th. So I'd like to say that for being a Catholic organization, we support a lot of different things, a lot of different areas. We've supported the Guardian House in the past, just like the FES. We support the victims, the flood victims in Texas. So all of our dinners and all of our works that we do through our church covers a big array of people, not just Catholics, it's everybody in our community. And we're open to everybody in our community to come to our dinners and to participate in our festas, because we feel like we're truly, truly blessed because we're all immigrants here. A big part of us are immigrants, and my children are first Americans. And I'm an immigrant from the old country to this country, so I'm very proud to be in this country. So we're bringing our ancestral heritage to this country, and we're living it out through our faith. So I would like for all of us to work together in the future, and for the city of Oakdale to be asking for 5 people at each street blockage. That's, to us, our committee's not even that big, and we're 3/10 of a mile.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do we have his email as well? Do you
I'll
have an email
whoever was
address?
on the application.
You have it?
Sir, I didn't catch your name.
Oh, Paul Martin.
If she's the one that's on the application, then yes.
Yes, Lori's on the
Lori, okay. Okay, anyone else for public comment? Okay, public comment is now closed.
Mayor, can I say a word or two here?
Sure.
Kind of saddens and shocks me to hear this. I do want to start about 10 years ago, my first meeting with former city manager Brian Whitemeyer was very contentious over some issues at the Boy Scout meeting hall. He had his agenda, I had mine, and we did not see eye to eye. We kind of got into each other's faces, but that's not saying that's the way it should be, because every city position is a customer service position, in my opinion. Every one of us and every one of our employees is a customer service position. And to hear that there were people butting heads or a meeting was contentious makes me uncomfortable to hear that. I hope whatever the situation was gets worked out. It just saddens me to hear that happened. I'm sorry that you dealt with that. I suppose we're gonna have to deal with this and work this out, because every interaction between the public and one of us payrolled people should be a positive experience. So that's all I want to say about that.
That's it? Okay, thank you. All right, next item, City Council consent agenda. Would any council member like to pull an item to discuss? If not, this is an action item.
Public comment? It's up to you.
Public comment is closed. If you would like to leave it here, you're welcome to do so, and we can read it or send it to our email. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, so City Council consent agenda.
Motion to approve the consent agenda.
I second that motion.
First and second, roll call, please.
Mayor Pro Tem Smith,
Yes.
Councilmember Gilbert,
Yes.
Councilmember Patassi,
Yes.
Councilmember Kettering,
Yes.
and Mayor Barrios.
Yes, this item passes 5-0. Thank you, Colleen. All right, next item. 11.1. Hi, Chief.
Good evening. Good evening, Mayor, City Council.
How you doing?
I'm back for another grant. So tonight, we're gonna talk about the 2025-2026 OTS STEP grant proposal. Clicker's not clicking.
I got it for you, Chief.
Thank you. Okay, the California Office of Traffic Safety, which is the OTS, has tentatively accepted the Oakdale Police Department's grant application for the annual STEP grant for the federal fiscal year 2025 to 2026 for $63,000. Oakdale police personnel have participated in these grants for the last 4 years. The STEP grant, which stands for Selective Traffic Enforcement Program, is an annual grant available to law enforcement agencies in California. This grant provides supplemental funds that allow officers to focus on specific areas of unsafe driving that can lead to injury and/or death. Some enforcement areas are DUI checkpoints, DUI saturation patrols, distracted driving enforcement, which focuses on texting, handheld cell phone violations, motorcycle safety enforcement, crosswalk violations, and unsafe speed. The grant also provides funding opportunities that the department can use towards offering for officer training. These trainings are mainly in the areas of alcohol and drug detection, such as standard field sobriety tests, which most of our officers have that currently. Advanced roadside impairment driving also stands for ARIDE, and then drug recognition expert training, DRE. Last fiscal year, 24-25, 4 of our officers attended the SFSTs and the ARIDE courses. The grant enables more officers in the community to proactively target impaired drivers, and we have seen the results over the last couple years. In 2024, Oakdale saw a 6% reduction in overall injury crashes and a 34% decrease in injury sustained in crashes. As compared to 2023, our DUI-related collisions decreased by 28%. And as of this year, year-to-date, 2025, Oakdale has seen a 24% decline in non-injury collisions and a 12% drop in crashes resulting in injuries. Some of our operations under this grant will be the National Walk to Safety, or School to Safety Week, National Teen Driver Safety Week, National Distracted Driver Awareness Month, National Click It or Ticket operations, National Speed Prevention Campaign, and California's Pedestrian Safety Month. Oops, sorry. Oh, I got it working. Our recommendation is adopting the resolution, accepting the grant funding from State of California, OTS, for the Selective Enforcement Program, the STEP grant, in the amount of $63,000. Any questions?
Thank you, Chief. Any questions or comments from the public for Chief? Questions from council? Comment?
Well, I say it every time we get a grant, it's money that we don't have to spend out of our pocket. So we've already spent that money in our taxes, so we're taking it back. Appreciate you guys hunting this down and signing up for it.
Yep, thank you.
Just a quick comment, Chief. For someone who has written OTS grants and overseen OTS grants, they're a headache. The benefit is huge to the agencies, but what the public and most people are not going to see is the amount of work that goes in writing the grant and complying and providing all the backup data to justify $63,000. And even though it's great for our community, I want to at least make as many people aware who is listening that the administrative work for an OTS grant is tremendous, and I want to thank you and everybody who's going to take part in that.
Very fortunate, we have some great staff. So our officers are the one that administers the grants and do the writing, and they're just phenomenal people that love the community, so very fortunate.
Thanks, Chief. All right, this is an action item.
Motion to approve 11.1.
I second that motion to approve item 11.1.
First and a second, roll call, please.
Mayor Pro Tem Smith,
Yes.
Councilmember Gilbert,
Yes.
Councilmember Patassi,
Yes.
Councilmember Kettering.
Yes.
And Mayor Barry.
Yes, this item passes 5-0. Thank you, Chief. Appreciate you. All right, 11.2. Presentation first by staff. We'll have a presentation first by staff.
And then you can
Correct.
do public comment
Patrick?
after the presentation.
Thank you.
He's eager.
Jerry, are you, okay, sorry.
Hi, good evening.
We'll get you up here in a minute, yeah.
So staff recommends the city council provide direction to staff regarding the request from Benderson Property Development to lower the administrative citation fines. A little background on it. In November of 2020, there were administrative fines of $75,000. Those were reduced to $17,500 after an agreement was made. A recent request was made to reduce the outstanding administrative citation. So originally we had one for $75,000 that was paid for a total of $17,500. Now we have another administrative citation of $77,600. We had a previous request made August 15th, 2024. The answer was no from staff and from council. And since that time, no attempts have been made to make any payment until recently. Here's a copy of the invoice that was sent. This is some of the photos of the old Kmart building located at 175 South Mag. And these are some of the issues that contributed to the administrative citations. Poles down, some dry rot on the building, garbage everywhere, weeds not being taken, landscaping not being taken care of. So in 2020, after officially closing their doors in 2019, Transform Co. assumed responsibility of the property. In January of 2020, code enforcement sent courtesy letters. March 9th, the Oakdale Chief of Police sent letters, and April 16th, a compliance order was issued, and April 29th, an administrative citation was issued, and then May 19th, a lien was placed on the building, and that was settled for $17,500, and the lien was released. March of 2021, Patrick Mondragon continues contacting Transform Co. Property Management regarding landscape maintenance issues, still having problems with ongoing landscape maintenance. July of 2021, Benderson Property Development officially assumes responsibility of the property. And August 2021, code enforcement notice issued. 2022, compliance order issued, and April 22 to January 2023, several calls were received to the code enforcement hotline with complaints about the property. January of 23, several issues addressed in new letter to Benderson: fallen power pole, exposed wires, dry rot in the building, warped exterior, other structural concerns, landscaping, and overall property maintenance. March of 23, compliance order issued for the issues. April of '23, administrative citation issued for all the structural concerns. May of '23, administrative citation issued for all the property maintenance and landscape concerns. September of 2023, started holding biweekly status update Zoom meetings with Gordon Anthony from Benderson. October of 2023, work starts on the landscape and structures. In November of 2023, many areas addressed. The parking lot security lighting, irrigation, overgrown trees trimmed, dead trees removed, structural concerns. Lancaster Painting hired to paint once the wood is repaired. RP Landscape Maintenance retained temporarily until contract could be confirmed for ongoing landscaping. 2024, continued with Zoom meetings with Benderson. 2024, again, met with property manager at the property. Code enforcement met with RP Landscaping Grover for ongoing maintenance quotes. March of 2024, the property manager provided city staff with marketing materials and special event forms for the use of the property. March of 2024, the property manager met with the mayor at the property to discuss concerns. April 2024, the property manager confirmed that Continental Landscape was awarded the contract for ongoing services. May of 2024, property inspection still shows issues with trash weeds behind the building. June of '24, Benderson closeout letter sent to Benderson by mail and email to the property manager. And July of 2024, property inspections show the same issues with trash and weeds behind the building. And here's some more of the issues that we experienced. So the fiscal impact of the decision is potentially $77,600. This cost reflects the total and final amount of the administrative citation fines that Benderson Property Development has accrued, stemming from two separate administrative citations totaling 504 days. This is from the date that I believe Patrick received the request to reduce the fines. So the staff recommends by minute order that the council take one of the below actions: retain the administrative citation fines, remove the fines, or reduce the administrative citation fines. And if you see it fit to reduce the fines, please provide staff direction on how much you would like those fines to be. And with that, we'll take questions.
Any questions from the public for Jerry?
Just
Public comment? Would you like to come up right now? Thank you.
Thank you for the tutorial. I guess I'm the bad cop here. I want to, Madam Mayor, City Council, my name's Randy Reuter. I'm with Benderson Development. I'm the property manager since 2024. I will say a lot of those photos, a lot of the things that happened to that property, that was, of course, post Kmart, and then of course when Benderson took the property over, things just started to change. The problem is that Benderson had a property manager based out of Buffalo, New York. He was coming out here once a year, to maybe twice a year, which it's hard to manage. If you ever had a relationship, long-term relationship with anything or anybody, it's tough to have collaboration and connection. So since 2024, when I took over the property, Gordon did have the property, the building painted, which was a huge step in creating a curb appeal for the community. We know it's probably the largest vacant piece of property in Oakdale, and of course everybody drives by and says, what's going to happen at the Kmart? Well, good news is, as we all know, probably through social media and through word of mouth and maybe through permits, we have a very viable prospect for that property. You know, we could have just leased it to anybody, and that's what happens is, you know, there's time. We can split the building, cost money, try to find some rent, then it goes vacant again, but we wanted to find a good long-term tenant for that property that would create jobs. And that's what Benderson, and in conjunction with CBRE, has done, is find a prospect for the property to create jobs. So I'm here asking for a reduction in the fees, and 40%, or somewhat of that matter, and then expedite the invoice and be paid right away. So we'd like to move on with our transaction and get this done, and hopefully we can see that parking lot full again.
Okay, anything else from council? Any other questions on that?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So, you gonna go first?
You can go.
All right, so I'm going to read just a little something to talk about a code enforcement officer that has spent countless hours, days, weeks, and years on this. Code enforcement officer plays a vital role in upholding local ordinance and state laws with a primary focus on protecting property values, ensuring public health and safety, and maintaining the quality of life within the community. These professionals are often the first line of response to public concerns and work directly with property owners to gain compliance with municipal codes. Since joining the City of Oakdale in 2021, Diana has been actively engaged in responding to the ongoing public comments concerning this Kmart property. Even prior to her tenure, the property had a history of enforcement actions initiated by the previous code enforcement officers. Upon assuming her role, Diana dedicated significant time and effort to addressing these issues, including handling numerous complaint calls, engaging with residents, and conducting meetings both in person and via Zoom with representatives from Benderson to facilitate compliance. In 2021, enforcement actions were initiated to address community concerns related to the property, maintenance, landscaping, and parking lot lighting. Between August 21st, 2021 and October 2023, multiple notices of violation and admin citations were issued to Benderson, identifying persistent concerns raised by our community. It was not until October 2023 that noticeable progress began on addressing the landscaping deficiencies across the property. By November 2023, additional issues such as parking lot lighting, overgrown vegetation, structural concerns, and overall landscaping maintenance began to receive more attention. Throughout this process, Diana has maintained consistent and professional communication with Benderson reps. Her commitment to this case has been unwavering, and she has prioritized the property in her enforcement efforts. Her dedication exemplifies the important role that code enforcement officers play in fostering safe, well-maintained, and livable communities. And I do believe that none of her hours has been added up in this $77,000. Is that correct? This is strictly fines?
Yes, ma'am.
So none of her hours, and I know there was times, because I was on the Zoom meetings since 2023 with myself, Patrick Mondragon, city manager at the time, Brian Whitemeyer, Diana, and of course Benderson, many hours, and she had worked with even the landscapers, reaching out to them. Hey, you guys were supposed to be here, the paint people, trying to get quotes and everything. So I just want to say, so we already gave them fees at, what was it, 55,000? Was that in 2020?
75,000.
The original administrative citation was for $75,000. We reduced it to $17,500.
So this was already, was that?
$58,000 discount.
So $58,000 discount, and now we're being asked again for the $77,000. Is that correct?
He just made a request for
40,
40% of the
okay.
$77,000.
And then I noticed the city, normally the city says, hey, we're gonna give direction, staff's gonna give direction, yay or nay. There's 3 options from our city staff on this. Where's it at? Last page is, hey, do this, or do this. I am gonna suggest that we do give the $77,000, and we do the fees. We deserve the fees, and I think it would definitely be a slap in the face to our code enforcement and our community as a whole. I have shared I have a photo album in my phone of all the screenshots from mostly All Things Oakdale and our community saying how terrible this is, and this has already been at least for 2 years. So for me, as the mayor, gone through this, I understand why you're here. I don't blame you for being here and giving the ask. I don't blame you. But as for me, I will not agree to any any lesson in fines. Anyway, with that, I'll open it up to the council.
I got a few thoughts here. Benderson had a property manager for the Oakdale property based in Buffalo, New York. I'm no property management genius, but you would think that they would have found a way to have gotten somebody maybe a little closer than Buffalo, New York to take care of this property as it fell apart. In case anybody's wondering, on page 67 is a very detailed, itemized list of things that are wrong with that property, things that have gone wrong, things that have repaired, and my list ends in, Colleen, maybe I didn't get the update, but my list ends in 2024, July 2024, and it says still shows some issues with trash and weeds behind the building. That's a year ago, and I know it hasn't magically cleaned itself up since then. So that's a problem. On page 72 of the very short agenda tonight is the detailed itemized bill of why we're asking for $77,000, and it's a per-day fine, $100 per day on one aspect, and $200 per day on a different aspect. So it does add up for the time that they've been in violation of these citations. Let me take a little pause here and just say to Patrick Mondragon, to Diana Garcia, to Mayor Cher Barrios, thank you for all of the constant and overwhelming work. I know Diane has spent an oversized portion of her time on this single problematic property. So that's why we're here. I would like a retroactive discount on my sewer bills to no benefit of the city. I just want to pay less, and I can understand why you want to pay less, but I don't see any benefit to the city or a complete change of attitude or projection here of why we should give you a discount on this fine. This fine has been accrued for reason, and I think we should stick with this fine. We already gave a $58,000 discount with the hopes of maybe if we give that discount, they'll get in line for the next 4 years. Well, 4 years has gone by and we've had the same problems. Some of the problems were, and you said this, exposed wires, a fallen power pole, dry rot, structural concerns of the building. And the citizens of Oakdale have to live with this. And the city is not in the business of fining people just to make money. We fine people when they're out of compliance, and that's what these fines are for. I would highly recommend not discounting this fine structure. It's very detailed. We have very many reasons to be disappointed in the way that this building has been standing there as an eyesore for these years. That's it.
Anyone else?
Yeah, I don't see the need to echo what they said. I agree with everything that the mayor and Chris said. Thank you for reaching out to a client that is willing to take on and bring jobs and more options to the city, but I don't see a reason to discount it when it's been 500 plus days after one was already granted. So I vote to retain the administrative citation fees.
I also want to say one thing about the potential new tenant. That's still in the initial paperwork phases, so that may or may not work out. And I'm hoping that we are all sitting here not saying, well, if we don't discount the fine, then they're not going to rent out to this potential tenant. Those two things better not be connected at all, because we haven't yet decided if that potential tenant is the potential tenant we want in that building anyway.
I motion to retain the administration citation fines.
You ready for a motion?
Did you, you already opened up to public comments, so you're good?
I already gave, asked for public comment.
Yeah.
Did you have anything else to say? Okay,
I'll second that.
we have a first and a second. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Gilbert?
Yes.
Councilmember Kettering?
Yes.
Councilmember Patassi?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Smith?
This is to retain the administrative fines without change, yes.
And Mayor Barrios?
Yes, this item passes 5-0. Thank you, Colleen. All right, 11.3, consider resolution authorizing city manager to enter into agreement. Hi, Tim.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
Good.
How you guys doing? Mayor,
Good.
City Council. So I'm here for improvements to the 285 North 3rd Avenue. We want to consider a resolution authorizing city manager to enter an agreement with Joaquin Painting for exterior painting of the building with an amount of $9,160 and Banks Glass for installation of a ADA automatic door in the amount of $13,290. The total cost is going to be $22,450, and it will be funded by the general government capital facility funds, 357, sewer capital replacement funds, 621, and water capital replacement funds, 644. So we got 3 bids for it. We got Joaquin Painting, that came in at $9,160. Crown Painting came in at $9,925. McClure Plaster came in at $11,725. And then for the doors, we had Banks Glass for $13,290. Planet Building Maintenance, $18,233.31, and Automatic Door Systems for $19,925. Our low bidders were Joaquin Painting and Banks Glass. The funding is going to come from the General Capital Fund Facility 357 for the amount of $11,225. The sewer capital and the water capital is going to be $5,612.50 for the total of $22,450. So staff recommends that the City Council adopts a resolution authorizing the city manager to enter into agreement with Joaquin Painting for $9,160 and Banks Glass for installation of an ADA automatic front door in the amount of $13,290 at 285 North 3rd Avenue for the total of $22,450.
Questions? I do have a few questions. So this is obviously the old PG&E building.
Yes.
They were doing some work on this today. What was that work being done?
So that was when I came, the last council meeting was for the stucco and the windows. So all the windows have been replaced, and now they were just doing the stucco. Tomorrow, actually, they should be doing the actual stucco on the building. And then from all that, that's also when we're finding, we had some dry rot, water damage. We have to replace some pergolas. So that painting is also gonna be, that to cover up some of those repairs. The big white sign that's outside that used to say PG&E on there, when we take that down, it's a whole different color from the building that was been painted. We took down other things that they had in there, the drop box for payments, other little things that got taken off the wall, and now there's different colors on the wall. So that's why we actually left that big glowing sign up there, so it didn't look so obvious. And when we take that down, it's gonna need to be painted.
So the last time we got a quote from Joaquin Painting, we ended up having to come back and they gave us another quote because they didn't do whatever. They didn't
Right.
inspect it, they're a painter, and
Yep.
anyway, as you know, I wasn't happy about that. I would have went with Crown Painting, absolutely, if we would have known that. So they had a bid, they came back, said, hey, now we need more money, and the council approved it. I did not approve it. So what is the guidelines as far as Joaquin and Crown are pretty close? What is the guidelines?
Can I just, I think there might be some misunderstanding there. Staff actually made the mistake on the Bianchi Center, because we requested quotes from several different painting, from several different painters. They came in at the lowest bid for the work that we requested. Once that was painted, we discovered that we probably should have asked for the entire building. And since Joaquin Painting was already doing the trim that we had requested be fixed, we just asked for a change order. So what we brought to City Council is just a change order. It wasn't Joaquin Painting saying, hey, I'm gonna charge you more. It was actually a staff mistake, just not realizing that we should have asked to paint the whole building. So we apologize for that.
Okay, thank you for that. I was not aware.
What is the process if we want to go with Crown Painting over Joaquin Painting? Is that even an option?
So there's a certain percentage if the quotes are close together, correct?
We typically go with the lowest.
Lowest bid.
And there is a certain percentage, but I think that's being confused with if the person providing the service is local. In other words, let's say Hayden Ford or Steve Chevrolet, when they provide a quote for a car, if it's within 5% of another dealer, then we go with the local. In other words, they could be up to 5% over the other dealers that provide quotes, and we still go with the local because we prefer to use local.
So you're saying Crown Painting isn't local and Joaquin is local? Oakdale, I mean, sorry.
I'm not sure where Joaquin Painting
Do you
is.
know
I
where
know they do a
They're
lot.
not, they're not in Oakdale. No.
they're
I
not
believe
in
they're in Modesto.
And then on the automatic doors, did we try Oakdale Glass or Don's Mobile Glass that's in Oakdale? Did they not bid?
So I did do Don's Mobile Glass, and Don's Mobile Glass does not install them. They referred me to Planet Building Maintenance, and I've already had a quote for him. So he called me and says, hey, look, I already gave you the quote that Don wants me to come out and give you the quote for, that Don's Mobile Glass did. So some of those don't install those glass. Oakdale Glass, they did not install it either. I actually got a bid with them
you
through
did?
the windows too, and they said they don't do commercial, basically. They didn't want to do commercial buildings.
Who doesn't want to do commercial buildings?
Oakdale Glass.
they do commercial buildings. Yeah.
These were.
They do commercial
this is-
building.
They said
Yeah.
they didn't want it, yeah.
Okay.
So.
Any other questions for Tim? Thank you, Tim.
So Tim, let's go to the community center. You dealt with Joaquin painting.
Yes.
We gave them a specific list of stuff to do. They did that specific list. They could have said, hey, we don't want to do this other stuff, we got other jobs, but how was your relationship when you told them to, here's another whole list?
You know what, they were actually fine with everything. His basic comment was, we're here, we're already set up, you know, might as well just do it, you know, we can do it.
Okay.
So,
Thank you.
and that whole paint is for the entire building, so there's gonna be no add-ons, it's only the exterior. It's gonna be the same color as basically City Hall and PD, the same
nice.
color scheme, so it's all gonna match. So, and there's no, gonna be no add-ons, cause everything, he's
So
basically doing the whole exterior.
You already have a good relationship with them. They're
Yeah.
working very well with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and when I did do the bid, he did give me the first bid, just
Yeah.
because he was out here, because I had a issue with something out at the community center that he came out and fixed. So I said, hey, can you give me a bid on this? And then McClure Plaster, since they were out here doing the plaster, he gave me a bid, and then my last bid was from Crown Painting.
All right.
So.
Thank you for
Thank
doing
you
that.
for the presentation and the
I
clarification.
have a question. For that building, is it going to be dealing with the water and sewer? Is that why we're pulling from
Yes.
the water and sewer?
Yeah, so all
funds?
the payments are gonna be taken over there, all the permits, everything, new residents that sign up, they're all gonna be over there, so all the city staff's gonna be doing all that with the billing, the, you know, permits, everything that they do.
And then, we've just talked about the exterior. Have you guys done work on the interior yet, or?
Just
is it-
little touch-ups of things that we've taken down, but, they have actually left the paint there, so we just got another gallon of paint, just did touch-ups on stuff that we take down, but.
Okay, so there won't be like another
No.
round to paint the
No,
inside? and all
we're
that kind of
keeping
stuff?
it, we're keeping the interior the same color, we're just touching up.
Is it in move-in condition?
No.
Okay.
No. Well, as soon as the windows are done and the stucco's done, and then, the ADA door are gonna be the main,
Then it will be in
main
move-in.
things, yeah.
You don't have to do TI and move the walls or anything?
No.
Okay. And then, when do we have an anticipated move date?
I think
Months, years?
or August.
Oh, wow, okay.
Oh, man, we got to have a grand opening over there, that's for sure. That's going to be a big deal for your department, Albert. Very nice. Thank you, Tim.
Can I just clear up
Any-
the funding? You had some questions about the funding. It is split 50/50 between the general government capital facilities fund and then the sewer and water funds.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any questions from the public, comments? Yes. Good evening. Good, how are you?
Yeah, Bob Amaral, still live in Oakdale. This water thing, this water fund thing is a sore spot with me. I see where you're using water fund money, and I don't see where the water fund, where that comes into play at all. In the past, we've used water fund money to fund numerous projects. It had nothing to do with water. I fear that here in the future, you're going to be wanting to raise our water rates, and I don't know, it's going to become a major issue, you know, around town. In the past, we've created jobs like major capital project manager, all done with water money. We bought the PG&E building with water money. We bought a big generator, mobile generator with water money. And I'd like to know why our water fund money is being used. Our water fund has been turned into a slush fund, and that bothers me. And anyway, that's all I got to say, I guess. You know, it's going to be an issue. What are the plans here? Are we going to be raising water rates in the future? You won't answer that question, of course. But anyway, our water fund has been turned into a slush fund, and I don't appreciate it, because I don't want our water rates raised in this town, okay? All right, thank you very much for
Thank
your
you,
time.
Bob. Good to see you. All right, anyone else for public comment? With that, this is an action item. Would a council member?
Motion to approve 11.3 tonight.
First
I
and a se-
second that motion, sorry.
Sorry, Keely. First and a second, roll call, please.
Mayor Pro Tem Smith?
Yes.
Councilmember Gilbert?
Yes.
Councilmember Patasi?
Yes.
Councilmember Kettering?
Yes.
And Mayor Barrios?
Yes, this item passes 5-0. Thank you very much. City Manager's report, anything to add on that?
Nothing to add.
All right, so we will see everybody
Next week.
Monday night, 5:30 for a special meeting. And then after that, we will see everybody Monday, August 4th, 6:30 PM right here in the council meeting, and Mayor Pro Tem will be running that meeting. Have a great few weeks. Meeting adjourned.